Good afternoon, guys, from Dubrovnik in Croatia.
Yeah.
So we're here. We made it all the way down from Slovenia, all the way down to our end point in Dubrovnik. It's kind of a happy, sad moment really, because bittersweet. That's right. At the end of the day, we wanted to get down to Dubrovnik, but we know what that means as well. That we're going home in a day or two.
Home, yes, back to reality.
That's right, a little subdued. But it is what it is, and at the end of the day these things have to come to an end. Anyway, this video is kind of a little bit different. Elisa had a question asked to her on Instagram. What was the question about?
Yeah, I was asking about, I think I put a story up saying about inevitably when you are backpacking and travelling you will come across problems, and it's about how actually being pushed out your comfort zone isn't a bad thing. So it's actually asking like what kind of problems did kind of come up for us and how you overcame them. So I think this is what we're going to do today, just kind of chat about some, share some examples, travelling together as a couple, just sharing how we overcame those kind of obstacles, I guess.
So we might as well just jump straight into it, guys. When we got into Slovenia, the first sort of thing that we came across that sort of was a bit of an issue is that we had a Flixbus booked from Ljubljana down to Zagreb, and then a connecting bus from Zagreb down to Split. So yeah, we got to Ljubljana in plenty of time, ready for our bus down to Zagreb. But then later we found out that bus was actually delayed. So we looked on the app, and then it was just getting delayed and delayed.
Yeah.
And eventually, it was delayed 4 hours. That would have meant that we would have completely missed our connecting bus in Zagreb, and we wouldn't have been able to get down to Split. And that would have meant sort of maybe staying in Ljubljana, another night's accommodation, or potentially, getting to Zagreb later on in the afternoon and still missing our connection. So we would have lost 2 nights accommodation down in Split. So the way that we sort of overcame that was there was other buses basically that would go into Zagreb. What we had to do was just sort of go up to these buses and ask them, can we get on that bus?
And it can be a bit nervy to do that, especially if you've got like a kind of structure that you want to kind of do, and you're just like, oh, do I go up to them, and stuff. But sometimes it is just being a bit ballsy and just, and going, come get on.
Yeah, because I went up with my ticket, and they were like, you're not on this bus, and I was like, oh. So some people would just do that, just go, okay, and then walk away. But no, if you need to get somewhere, like Elise said, you need to be that little bit ballsy and just go, well, have you got room on this bus? Can we get on? And yeah, they had room on the bus. It cost us an extra 60 euros.
60 euros, yeah.
But we had to weigh it up, and that's sometimes what you've got to do as well, guys. You've got to weigh up your options then. Absolutely. Is it worth the 60 euros? But if you've got accommodation booked, you've got to think about the price. If you stayed in Ljubljana, you're going to have to pay another night's accommodation there, or if it's Zagreb or wherever you go in, you've just got to think about the added cost to it. And 60 euros was what we thought was acceptable to pay to get down to our accommodation down in Split.
I think so as well, where it is that kind of split making decision as well,
Yes.
So I think you know what's right, I think, you just got to kind of go with your gut.
You've got to think on your feet.
On your feet. That's exactly it.
Yeah, if that's one thing that we can teach anyone or tell anyone from travel, is that things are going to change. Things will happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Just accept that. If you go through a trip and something doesn't happen, great, brilliant, amazing. But if you backpack, and the chances are something will happen. And it's how you respond to that,
Absolutely.
It is. And it's how you overcome those, and that's how we kind of overcome that little issue.
And as well, like, there was a bit of drama as well, because the bus drivers didn't give us our receipt. So when we were going through Flixbus kind of procedures, saying, we need this kind of evidence from you. So we were like, oh, okay, we're not getting our money back, are we?
No.
And it's just, and it was kind of near the start-ish of the trip. So
it was.
60 euros is a lot of money, isn't it? Especially when you're backpacking.
Especially when as you said, when you're backpacking and you're on a budget, it is.
It is.
But it worked out in the end.
It worked out all in the end.
Because we messaged Flixbus. And fair play, they refunded our whole journey.
Yeah.
You know, so the journey that we booked from Ljubljana down to Split, they refunded it all for us. So we paid actually less with that 60 euros. So it was 80 originally, and they refunded it all to us. So it worked out in the end.
Strange how things happen that
It
way,
is,
isn't it?
yeah.
You know,
Sorry, because we're on a bit of a pebbly beach and I gotta move around a little bit.
Move around.
But yeah, guys, you know, that's kind of little things that we want to discuss and just talk about. Is those sort of little things that you have to overcome, because you, as I said, it is going to happen no matter what, and it's how you respond to the situation that you're in. There was another one that we went to Hvar and we booked a night's accommodation in like an eco resort that we showed you in another video. What happened there is that we booked the hotel thinking there was a free shuttle to the hotel.
I know.
Elise was messaging the person and was like, oh no, the free shuttle's from another port in Hvar, and we were kind of like, oh dear, okay. So we had to pay for that shuttle. But you know, the thing that we learnt from that was, if there is a free shuttle involved, maybe just find out beforehand as to where the shuttle is from.
Yeah, it's just doing that little bit of extra digging, and I'm terrible for it. I always assume things and I'd be like, yeah, it'll be fine, and actually it's just like, if I just spent that couple of more minutes just looking or reading, just read a little bit more into it, you can kind of change the course of your trip then, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, guys, it's just being, you know, proactive to these things, you know.
Yeah, it's keeping it a bit switched on, isn't it?
It is keeping switched on. Don't think that there isn't an option. There's always an option.
Yes.
There's always something.
Yeah,
whether, like I said,
totally
with the
agree.
issue with the Flixbus, whether it's another bus or train, you know, obviously a taxi is going to be so expensive that wouldn't probably be an option. There's always something that you can do, as I said, you know, just go on to them, ask people. That's one thing I've learned from this trip as well, is that if you just ask people, what's the worst that they can say? The worst that they can say is no, but 9 times out of 10, they will help you.
Yeah, of course.
You know, how many times we've asked people for directions or what bus we need to get, because we're in Dubrovnik now, and we got dropped off at the main bus station, and it's like a 40-odd minute walk to the old town where we're staying in the hotel, and there's no way we're going to walk that with our backpacks, but we just asked the guy in a cafe, like, where's the bus? And you just, right there.
Just there, yeah. It's just
what
like,
bus have you got to get? Any bus is fine. And you just jump on, and that was €2.
And I guess as well, they're really used to it as well, isn't it? Locals are used to being asked questions and stuff. So
local knowledge is best knowledge, guys. Just remember that one.
100%,
you know?
And they're more than happy to give it to you. And
of course they are. They you know, at the end of the day, these places are built on tourism, you know, and they're more than happy to help you. So don't be afraid to ask people.
That's one thing that we've it does push you out your comfort zone for definitely.
It does,
doesn't it? But you grow from it so much as well. And
absolutely.
I think, like, I've noticed in both of us, like, our confidence and self-esteem has grown so much, and we're just like, we love to travel. We want to do it forever.
This trip has just been so eye-opening for me and Elise. Like, being the first time that we've backpacked and travelled like this together. You know, and it's just opened our eyes and just realised how happy we are doing it.
Absolutely.
You know, we love it. I've loved every minute of this trip. You know, I just wish it didn't come to an end. But unfortunately, these things do come to an end.
They do.
Know? But it's back home and then plan for the next one, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And another thing we got to kind of mention as well, guys, when you sort of like book an accommodation, like, because we've been doing it quite on the fly. You know, we're doing it unplanned. So when you sort of get in places, one thing that we've realised is best to do is looking where the buses are stopping, looking where the ferries are stopping, and because it's so warm out here, it's absolutely boiling. You don't want to be sort of carrying your rucksacks or your backpacks, 15-20 minute walks. It's just so warm. So we've learned that the best thing to do would be to book accommodation nearer to those places, and then if you want to go in, if it's something else that's a little bit further away, you can get a bus then without your big backpack, or you can walk it, but because the heat is so intense, and if you've got a big rucksack carrying 15 kilos on your back,
it's about making your life easier for yourself as well.
It is.
You've got to consider your budget and stuff and things, but something that we've definitely has helped us, because it does add pressure, especially when you're like sweating and struggling and all those things. It just kind of can have a knock-on effect then on your mood and stuff. That is another little tip. I think,
definitely.
Because it's just made our life feel
we were in Kotor yesterday, and to be fair, the hotel that we booked wasn't very nice at all. It wasn't. You could hear everything. You know what I mean? People just walking up the stairs. Some guy snoring.
Someone banging because of the snoring.
You know. But then we look at it and think, well, how long are you actually going to spend in that room? Don't get me wrong. It's always nice to have a good night's sleep. You've got to weigh up those options as well. Like, you know, all right, it might not be the best of places, but we were hardly in there. We just went back, you know, and slept because we were out all day.
It's just getting your head down, isn't it? You know, especially when you're travelling. It's about being outside, isn't it? And outdoors.
It is.
Being in your room, cooped up in your room.
So never feel sort of disappointed because your hotel isn't to the expectation that you think it is.
Yeah, just, you know, and I think that is the beauty of travelling, I guess, as well.
It is.
When you are moving from place to place, it's like, oh, well, I'm not stuck here, you know, so...
And again, that's the thing with unplanned travel, you know, you've just got to look at what accommodation's available. Because that's another thing, guys, you know, if you're afraid of travelling, just because you don't know where you're going to stay, how am I going to get there, you know, just go on, you know, we've done a lot of booking, you know, hotels on booking.com.
Yeah, we really relied on that. I relied on that quite a lot, actually.
And there's always rooms available.
It is. There really is, actually. That was one of my concerns, thinking, oh my gosh, there might not be rooms booked. What are we going to do? No, like, seriously, it's fine.
But it is.
It's really fine.
Plenty of rooms available, you know. And sometimes they're even cheaper because it's the next day that you book in, so they want to get rid of the room.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something to consider as well. So you're going to be fine.
You will be fine, guys. Yeah,
there'll
be no dramas.
You know, it's just, and you, like I said before, you'll grow so much. And it's something I've kind of definitely can see. It's just, there's no kind of good or bad thing. It's just experience. You know, so you always learn something. You learn more from your bad experiences or things that didn't meet your expectations.
Exactly, because if something goes wrong, or something never goes wrong, you'll never be, you know, able to cope when something does go wrong, you know?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, you grow from it, you become more resilient and stronger, and
100%.
Actually, you kind of, when, you know, we're talking about these stories, you can laugh at them then, actually, and go, oh yeah,
exactly.
Do you remember that?
You know, they're memories as well, innit? You know, that's not just looking at the beautiful sceneries, you know, these things are memories as well. You know, and it's part of the experience, isn't it? You know, that's what I love about travel as well, is the unexpected things that happen, and that you've got to work it out. Yeah. You know, and where you go in, and
you do thrive for that, John. You're really good at it. You're better like with directions and stuff than I am. I can be a bit like, oh, but no, I'm going the wrong way.
Yeah, but no, it's such a cool thing to do, guys, and we would advise anyone, if you're thinking of doing it or wanting to go, you know, do it. And if you want to discuss it with us, you know,
absolutely,
let us know. We'd be more than happy to sort of talk you through how we've done it, you know, the unplanned side of things, or even if you want it planned, we can help you with that as well. I love doing it. I love planning, you know, trips and routes. And if you want to have a conversation with me, get in touch. I will be more than happy to help you out. Definitely, that's,
John's,
you know,
your man.
I will, honestly.
John's the man.
I will help you. If you're struggling to find out to get from one place to another, drop me a message or speak, you know, we'll sort something out and we can speak with each other.
There we go.
Definitely, yeah, 100%. So there we go, guys. So we just wanted to do a quick little video because it was a question that we got asked, as I said, on Elise's Instagram page. And
yeah, I hope that does answer your question. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. We're like, no.
But yeah, guys, if you've got any sort of questions on travel that you want us to try and help you with, let us know, honestly.
Yeah, we're more than happy to share our experiences in it, and that's something that I've learned as well, is like when you speak into other people travelling around as well, you'll gain that kind of knowledge, you know, not from the locals but other people that are travelling as well, and you know, all kind of people in your similar situation, so so get in touch,
let us know, and hopefully that's answered the question that was asked. But there we go, guys, so that's our little first ever Q&A, I guess.
I know, Q&A. We're Q&A.
Q&A. Thank you so much for watching this video, and as I said, if you've got any questions, anything you want to ask, let us know and we'll try our best to answer those questions for you.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Hope you enjoyed the video, and see you on the next one.
See you on the next one.
Peace out.
Peace out.
Woo.